Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Sometimes I find these questions so silly, especially when, college students or youngsters ask me. The question is, Loy, how can I focus? Okay, how can I focus? And some of them even ask me this question, Loy, what are the productivity hacks of being focused? All these fancy terms, what are the productivity hacks or what are the hacks of being focused? Just because you have connection to the internet and you read a few books and you get these fancy terms, you start asking, what are the productivity hacks? But I'll answer the question anyhow. Now you want to focus, okay? The question is very simple. Forget all these fancy terms, productivity hacks and just the simple question is, you want to study, how do you focus? Okay. I'll give you the answer. I'll give you the answer without going very scientific. Let's say you are going on a date. Let's assume you're going on a date and the girl you're going to meet, let's assume you're a guy and you're going to meet a really beautiful girl, a very beautiful girl. Okay. Now, when you go to meet this girl, I'm pretty sure you will make sure you know what time. If suppose you have to meet the girl at 8 o'clock, you'll make sure from 3 o'clock onwards or 12 o'clock in the afternoon itself, you'll start, planning and preparing and keeping everything ready from the shoes, the socks, the clothes. You'll make sure that you go to the barber, you get fresh, you'll keep your clothes ready, you'll give it to the laundry. And then when the time comes closer, you'll dress up properly, you'll dress up on time, you'll make sure that you look amazingly fresh. Some of you might even go to the gym just to make your muscles look good. And then you'll drive early so that you reach the place, the location on time. Generally, most of the guys come there early. They will even tip the waiter and say, make sure the service is good. And there you'll sit there. And once the girl does arrive, you'll be eagerly waiting. Once the girl does arrive, your eyes, your ears, your heart, your soul, everything will be focused just on that girl. You'll not be looking at your phone. You'll not be looking left and right. Everything, you're just zeroed down. You're focused on her. That is why when you see a date, you'll see the guy and the girl sitting here at the top of the table. They're both bent forward. And below, you'll see the girl, her legs are just, sitting like close together. But the guy's legs are shaking or moving because he's excited. He's so focused. And no matter what happens, no matter how long, your entire being is focused on that girl until maybe 2 hours or 3 hours or maybe even 4 hours or 5 hours later. And by the time it's like the whole day has gone and then you say goodbye and you leave the girl. And then when you go home, you're like, oh, singing. And, maybe you'll get a kiss as a reward. Now, just think of that example, just that example that I gave you. Look at all the dynamics that went in. You planned everything. You prepared everything. You went there early. You got yourself in the zone. You made sure no distraction was there. You made sure that you could only focus on her. And your heart, your soul, everything was just there on that girl at that moment. That, my friend, is the secret of focus. There's no scientific hack, productivity hack, back and all that stuff. It is just having that fire, that passion, that desire to make it happen. Now, if you want to focus, it's very simple. Like I'll give you my example. Now, when I want to focus and do my work, let's say, for example, I want to do my videos. So how do I do it? Number one, I have a plan. Okay, number one, very simple. I have a plan. And I made this plan the day before. Have you noticed? I clean shaved everything. I look perfect. Okay. I even trimmed all the hair on my body. I planned this out. I planned this the day before. One day before, I kept my charger for charging because I use a trimmer to trim all my hair. Then after trimming, then I shave. So I kept my shaver ready. I kept the shaving cream ready. I kept, the body wash, everything ready. And after that, I'd even informed my wife that tomorrow I'm going to be doing recording. That is today. Please make sure that the house will be quiet. The baby will be quiet. You can make out there's no noise. I asked her to prepare my coffee. So after I planned out, okay, after having bath, after having my coffee, I'd focus 100% on my work. So first one is have a plan. Second one is obviously sense of urgency, because my baby will get up. I do not know when. So I need to complete this as soon as possible. So I have a sense of urgency. So number one, have a plan. Number two, have a sense of urgency. Number three, have a time-bound target. So time-bound target. I know that I'm supposed to put 2, 3, or 5 videos, whatever. And each video has to be within 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So I need to finish this on time. And the faster I finish the videos, the better it is. So third one is, it's a time-bound target. There is a target. If I have to finish 5 videos, okay, fine. If each video is 10 minutes, 5 videos is 50 minutes, that's nearly an hour. So you need to have a time-bound target. Number 3, remove all distractions. As you can make out, I love to play games. My iPad is there, both my iPads. My phone is there. My books are there. My snacks are there. My juice is there. I like to drink Red Bull. So many things I like. But right now, everything is switched off. My iPad is out of sight. Both the iPads. My iPhone is switched off. My wife is not disturbing me. There's no juice, nothing except my coffee that I've showed you. And that's about it. So it's 100%. I have nothing else to focus on except this screen. So number 4 is remove all distractions. Number 5 is absolutely no social media, no email, no WhatsApp, no chatting. So those communicative forums or communications are totally zipped up. There are many people who, when they study, they have to keep sending WhatsApp messages or chatting. It doesn't work. When you're doing something, focus on it 100%. That's the only way. Number 6, okay, do the most important or most difficult thing first. Now, I had, this is my 3rd video. This topic is pretty simple. It's about focus. The second one, which was even more harder than this, was more about the Quora controversy, which I posted before this. And before this, it was about whether I hate Islam or, I hate Muslims. So what I did is, the most difficult topic I put first, because I needed to give 100%. I didn't want to, say anything wrong by mistake. The second one was not that controversial or not that sensitive. It's about Quora. The third one is just about focus, so it's relaxed. So I did the most difficult thing first. So point number 6 is do the most difficult thing first. Point number 7, priority. Make it your priority 100% or not. This is my priority right now. There's no other priority. And you need to prioritize what is important to you. If in case, let's say, you have something that's very, very urgent. Let's say you have to send an email or make a payment for your electricity, or electricity will be cut. That is most important first. So if, let's say, I had to take my baby to the hospital, then I wouldn't plan this out. So always have your priorities sorted out. Point number 8, everything should be ready. Right now, everything is perfect. The room, the temperature, the AC, the coffee, my script that I'm looking at, my script, what I'm supposed to say. I have everything. Like, I don't need to move from this place. So you need to keep all your resources ready so that you should not move. Because if you move, then you get distracted. Point number 9 is make a difference. Understand the difference between being busy and doing productive work. Now, what do I mean by this in terms of focus? Let's say you get up in the morning. The first thing you normally do, which even I do sometimes, is I check my Facebook, I check my WhatsApp, I check my emails, I check my YouTube for comments, I check all these social media. Okay, this is what I normally do on a relaxed day. However, if I have something very, very productive, very, very urgent and very important, I don't check my phone for all of these. I get up, I go get fresh, take my coffee, sit down, 100% focus is here. Now, the previous one that I just gave you, I give you the example whereby I check my Facebook, I check, let's say, my emails, I check the messages. Now, what happens is I can answer all these emails. I can answer all these messages. I can just, answer 300 emails and say, I did some work. I have, let's say, 40 WhatsApp messages. I can answer all of them. But that is not actually the work that gives me the maximum return on investment. So if you have to do work, let's say, for example, you have to study a very difficult subject, okay, very, very difficult subject. And the second option is, let's say you just have to clean your room, okay, clean your room with a friend of yours. Now, the clean your room friend doesn't require much attention and it's a chore anyway. But this one, studying, is tough. do the tough one first. Like Brian Tracy said, he's a motivational speaker, very old. Eat the frog first. Okay, eat the frog means do the difficult task first. Point number 10. Okay, is remember this: when you wake up in the morning, your brain, your body, your mind is completely reset. It's just reset. You just woke up. You're fresh. There's no clutter, no cookies, no cache memory of what happened yesterday. It's a clean slate. So as soon as you get up in the morning, finish your routine, whatever is your routine, whether it's doing 20 push-ups. Mine is I'll just do a couple of push-ups, get the blood rushing into the body. I'd have a cold shower, take my coffee, finish my complete my meditation, finish my coffee, sit down, and that's it. I know what I'm supposed to do. So make sure that as soon as you wake up, you have your routine done, and then focus on that A task. 11 is this is a point that I want you to keep in mind. At least in my case, if I talk to someone, even if it's my wife, especially if I speak to a client or I send an email, that just drains energy out of my body. It completely drains, and especially speaking one-to-one when I have a coaching session, it absolutely drains me. So if I were to do that, mentally I'm fried. I cannot do anything else. So what I want you to understand is you need to know that your self-control, your willpower, your energy gets depleted throughout the day with small tasks. Even if something is not kept proper, even if you have to drop your children to school, or you have to, you're rushing through traffic, these activities drain you. So you need to figure out ways and means where this beginning energy is conserved and it is saved for what is important. Like, let's say, for example, you have, if you leave the house at 6 o'clock, there is a massive traffic all the way to the office. What I would suggest is leave the house at 4:30 so that you drive, there's no traffic, you get there to office, you complete the work, whatever it is, and you can even leave a little early. Okay, so I would suggest make sure that you do not do those activities or avoid those activities or try to circumvent those activities that exhaust you. In my case, I told you it's talking or it's even answering emails. Last, if not the least, if there are any distractive thoughts, especially if you're like me, if you have ADHD and your brain works really fast, whenever you have distractive thoughts, I follow a policy. I either write it down on my notepad or I immediately just open a Google Doc and I just type it out. So I'm not too concerned about storing the thought in my head. I take it out, just put it on a document, and I address it later. And that helps me because if it's a good idea or if it's something that can really help me make money, I can access it later on. So I hope these 12 points kind of help you in terms of how to be more productive, how to be more focused. And like I told you, if there is something really important, like let's say going on a date or watching a movie or going for a party with your friends or playing cricket or playing football or any other game or going to the gym and something that you enjoy, you'll switch off all other distractions. You'll focus 100% into what you love and you'll be completely focused. So whether it's studies, whether it's work, whether it's anything else, if you want to achieve productivity, these are the 12 steps that I recommend. If you want to know step by step what it is, check in the description box down below. I'll be putting all the points. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Put your comments. I love to read them. And this is me signing off for now. Take care.